today we have a very special episode for you.
Sucks getting old. Sorry, my back hurts.
Hey, I hear you. We are going to drink a beer, which know what I was going to tell you about in just a second. And then we are going to watch a TED Talk.
Yes, we're getting schmuck.
Yes, and it's going to make us super intelligent about the warning because it's their TED Talk. But you want to introduce the beer? You want to do the intro?
No, I'm just going to sit here with my thumb up my ass.
I was wondering.
But, all right, so, hey, we are going to do another Lenny Boy, which I think we've had one other Lenny Boy on the show.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because Lenny Boy is really good. But this is their Tropicalus, and you guys can see it right there. Sorry. It's the Tropicalus White IPA, and it's a Belgian yeast with a it's an IPA. So, should be fairly interesting. We'll be right back. So this will, I believe, is this going to be your first white IPA?
Yes.
It's definitely my first.
It's official.
Oh my god, it's like foaming out the top already. Look at that. Alright, let's see what we got here.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
So I don't know if that's the yeast helping out with that. So it's yeast heavy with being a white IPA, which I believe is, if I remember correctly, I was reading the can, plus I've been doing some research as of late that there have been variations. People are starting to play around with bringing in like some Belgian wheat beer characteristics with IPAs, and this seems to be an offering that would lean heavily into that. So Belgian yeast, as you can see on a medium pour, we are getting quite a massive head. And I mean, it's like my brother when he was a kid. You could actually play a movie on it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Anybody in your family? So
citrusy,
very pillowy on top, very large bubbles, very microed around the outside, but you do get some larger content. As far as effervescence in the actual beer itself, it seems to die off fairly quickly. It's mostly on the top with a medium pour. So let's get. Ooh.
So citrusy, but I also get the yeast.
Yeah, it's bready.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that reminds me of something. I want to say eucalyptus, but it's not eucalyptus, is it? The scent that you get, maybe it's just a combination of the smells together, or give me like a botanical smell. The
thing about this beer is that the scent is a perfect match between a Belgian
and an IPA.
Yeah. It's crazy. It smells like you poured one of each into the glass.
It does have like a hint, almost like, all right, so this is going to sound weird. All right, so anybody, like, I planted gardenias all around my house, so out back when they were blooming heavily, you walk out, and they almost have, like, a honeysuckle, but it's a little bit more of a bitter smell, but really pleasant. It's kind of what this comes off as. Kind of good, man. I don't know, like a really good candle.
Ooh. I wasn't expecting that flavor.
It's not as hot forward as I expected it to be.
Definitely an IPA.
It is, but it's not like smack you in the face type of. Now, granted, we are coming from an Imperial IPA in the previous show. So, you do get those tropical undertones.
Yeah.
You do get like that. It's saying it has banana in it, but it tastes more like an unripe banana or maybe a plantain type of flavor. It's just a hint of it underneath.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
No?
Yeah. But I have an unsophisticated palate.
Well, mine has been supercharged by radiation.
Now, I get the yeasty Belgian flavor.
Definitely get that.
But
it doesn't. Do you get the aftertaste as much?
I don't get the Belgian aftertaste.
Yeah,
no.
which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Why don't you?
The IPA took over.
I guess. Maybe there's not as much wheat in it, like the Belgian wheatiness.
The way
It's
they
the
described
yeast.
it is with house Belgian yeast.
So it's just
probably-
the yeast that's adding that depth of flavor, not the wheat that's doing it, taking over. So that was a misconception, which you get sometimes by reading the can and expecting something else. But I mean, like if you were looking at this, it looks like a Belgian, like one of those fancy Belgians that you would get in the big wine bottle
With the
type of look.
head, especially.
The head and the cloudiness and everything like that. But the flavor is a lot more nuanced than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be an IPA with straight up like they say banana, like straight up banana flavor in it, and I would be like, oh look, it's a pine cone banana.
Right. Yeah, you're right. It's not hop forward because when you said that just now, that's what's missing. There's no pine.
Yeah,
You get this a bit of citrus, but
yeah, I
that's
guess
not strong either.
No, it comes off more like a. It goes with the name, the Tropicalus, I think, but I don't know if banana is what I would call the undertones that you get. It's something else, and it's just not. Maybe like unripe banana. If you have like an unripe banana, it doesn't have that banana forward flavor. It comes off like almost tasting more like a banana rind would taste, right?
Oh, you've had those.
Actually, I have. Just don't ask. Just don't ask. But it actually kind of tastes like that. It kind of gives off more of a... And this is going to sound off-putting, but it's not. It's actually kind of a good thing. It's almost like a waxy-ish banana, like where it's less ripe.
You know, I never thought you would go into so much detail describing the banana. Do you know that it has a handy little tab at the top so you can peel it and you don't have to eat the peel?
Yeah, isn't that weird? Yeah.
Try it next time.
I'm just saying, high school and middle school, you did bets that you probably shouldn't have done. But hey, it paid for a lot of my stuff, especially music equipment when I was a kid.
Hey.
I was the kid that ate anything.
He's the edible entrepreneur.
Yes. So look, this is a different rating for me because I don't know where to put this one.
I know where to put it.
In my belly.
That didn't sound the way I intended it to.
Let me bend over. Sorry. I am going to say you can't put this in a traditional IPA bracket, right?
I agree.
It's hard. And you can't really put it into a Belgian bracket because it doesn't fit in those either.
No.
So this has to go into that kind of one-off type of experimental bracket where there are experimental beers that I've had that I'm like, what the hell is this? Please get it out of here now. And there's been plenty of those.
Oh, yeah.
And yet I still finish them. Well, I have no idea. But anyway, maybe I have a problem. So this one I would rate higher in that category because it's very palatable. It's I could see this becoming a trend if they could get the flavors to come out that I think they're expecting. Because I think you could get this almost like a Caribbean style IPA. You get what I mean? Like where you get some of those, like a pineapple note or tropical notes that would come out more with that Belgian yeast. I think it works really well.
And we've had IPAs like that.
Well, we've had tropical IPAs,
Right.
but it's pine-ish, like very heavy hop with some dankness and then fruit. This is not as dank. You can't put that. It's hard to put in that same category. So I'm going to give this one as in a totality 3.5, and it can even go to a 3.7 as I wrap my head around it. Make sense? I think maybe.
I'm going to give it a solid 3.
It's because it has IPA in it.
Yeah, I mean, I still get the flavors that I'm not a huge fan of in IPAs, but I'm drinking this faster than any IPA I've ever had before.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That's a truth.
it's interesting.
It's also, I'm going to say, I just drink a lot. And you can see how I'm pouring it. And I'm doing that intentionally. Because when this dissipates, I'm not going to get all bloated. And I'm not getting as bloated with this beer as you do with typical IPAs. And
Or at
I
least-
think that's because of the characteristics of this beer. It
I was gonna
automatically
say.
does it.
Or at least no more bloated than you are now.
Well, I mean, I'm like Chet from Weird Science.
Sorry, I've been a real shit to you.
Don't give me a set of elephant balls. Sorry. Oh yeah, okay. It's a good day for the professor know-it-all as far as the amount of beer we've been drinking. So anyway, so so your final rating's 3. I'm a 3, crawling up to a 3.7. I think it's right up there.
Okay.
But other than that, hang around. And speaking of our beer here, Tropicalus, there is a company right here that we started working with, BEVANA, who actually can ship beer directly to your door. And they have a lot of different offerings right now, and they are here to help breweries near you, breweries near us, get the beers they want to get out to everybody out there. So you have your friend in Texas that you keep on saying, oh, you've got to try this.
Right.
They now have a way to get it. They just go to BEVANA, go to the description under this video. It's going to have a code from us that you can actually get 10% off your first order, get a box delivered to your door. So,
All right, guys.
awesome. We'll
Thanks
see you
for
guys on
tuning
the
in.
next one.
See you later. Cheers.
Cheers.